Hey Flosstube, it's Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom, coming at you with a May update. I know I was able to maybe do one for April, I can't remember, but it is Saturday, May 2nd, 2026. Happy to be here. I'm just checking to see when my last upload was, so that we can see here. Okay. Oh, so I'm only a month behind. It was April 2nd, so there we go. All right, so we'll show you April's progress and then talk about what plans are for March. I was able to get a lot of stitching in, even though it was crazy April. It was fine, and I even got a finish at a retreat, so it was lots and lots of fun. I will start off with my retreat finish, where we were at Stitch West, and I finished Miss Easter Fairy. And she's so cute. I even beaded her there and everything. And so she the way I had her is that she was the kit that you could get from Hoffman, and now you can get the patterns by themselves. I love her wings. They're so pretty. But they gave, like, it was the whole thing. And so they did the pack of beads, and I kept, going and beading, and they were tiny, and I was like, I am going to run out of beads. And so we ended up, because we were right across the street from Shepherd's Bush, ran over to Shepherd's Bush, and they had them, so I did not have to break into the pack of beads, though. And then Kara came and crashed the party for a little bit, which was so much fun. And I sent her home with the leftovers and the pattern of this. So, yep, that's her. That's my finish. She's so pretty. I love her. And then I have some finishing ideas for her, which is really fun. I'll get to that later. Oh yeah, because that is, okay. Because these are part of that. We'll go right there. All right, so what I worked on in April was Cabinet of Curiosities, and I actually have already done May's section as well, because it was really small, so I did that yesterday. So April's section, and I worked on this for Has a Border, which with Sammy's categories, Whippagories. And so this was April's section, and then this little coral right here is May's section. So you'll see both April and May. So there's that all finished. I really like the flowers right there. And then here's the coral, and then the next set is a little an amphibian lizard thing in a bottle, so in a specimen jar. So we'll work on that for June. But yeah, so there's that, and I'm just gonna work down and work up. So it's working pretty fast. I really like Frosted Pumpkin, not Frosted Pumpkin, Clouds Factory. I like Frosted Pumpkin too, but I really like Clouds Factory's patterns. They work out really quick, so they're really fun. And then full coverage, I double dipped with my Guardian, because I'd like to get 500 stitches on that focus piece every month as well. And so I've moved over, and this is the furthest on the left-hand side, so this is all across the bottom, and I'm just working in and filling it in. It's kind of a reverse typewriter method where I'm starting from the bottom and going up, but that's been working pretty good. So yeah. And then this is an old Janlin kit. This is the Guardian by Teresa Wensler. Nice snowball. And that's what it will look like. I am not doing this filigree border. I'm just doing the simple first border right there. This is a single line. So I'm not going to play with that. No, thank you. So this will go away and get worked on this month. Actually, it will be worked on in plans, so for May. So Easter Fairy was part of my Whippagories, and that was Easter Fairy, so she was holiday. And then for Struggle Bus, I chose Octopus Treasure Cave because the bottom part was definitely a struggle bus. It was the black work and I'll undo it. But, and this is by Chatelaine. This is the Octopus Treasure Cave mandala. And this part at the bottom is where I was struggling. So all of these waves are black work, and so right there, and it's just a pain in the butt. So, and they actually had this one and this one were different, and then these two were different. So I actually chose to do them all, like the left and right were the same and top and bottom I made the same, because it was just ridiculous. And I'm like, nope, sorry Martina, we're not doing that. So I was able to finish that part off and then move on to, and because that was all part one. Sorry, I'm trying to get this Q-snap back on. I need to just put it in the roller frame. But, and then I was able to start on part two, and which part one made it look like that this ended right here, but no, you actually extended it, but it also had like the back stitch lines, so that was a little confusing. So, but filled in those, put in some of this awesome seaweed, and then I'm working on these cute little jellyfish. So, making it much more enjoyable to work on now that all that crazy black work is out of the picture. Well, not all of it, but you know, a good portion of it. So, the part that was the struggle bus for me. So this will hopefully come out another time. I really need to clean in here. It's a mess. I'm trying to put this, so I'm trying to put things away as I go, as to not contribute to said mess. So yeah, I was getting a lipstick for Alice for her pictures today, and my dice decided to fall all over the place, and I was like, oh, now I have to pick those up. All right, put you right there for now. Please don't fall. All right, and then my last category was geometric, and I pulled Alexandrite, which I started this with Sammy for her birthday. It is a Carolyn Manning design. It's online. I did not print the cover page for it, but it's these pretty purples and greens, and I found out I had put this guy in the wrong spot, so I had to pick them out. But it's really cool because it looks like a quilt. I like it. So that's fun. So that got its 500 stitches. So it will be put away for a little bit. Okay. And then I was able to do all of my monthly goals. I was able to move the pattern, or move the Q-snap on castle balls, and this is what it is going to look like when it's done. And I'm doing it on the called for, and with the called for threads, it's feldspar, and then the called for threads are Gloriana's. My mom kitted this up for me for my birthday, and it was the first time we had gone to Acorns and Threads too, so that was really fun. So that top page is finished, and I've gone down into this page right here. So I'm working across, and this is to where it's gonna point down this way again. So you can see it right there. There's that. So it will get another 500 stitches this month. So and that's Castle Walls. Okay, and then my other focuses, I showed you the Guardian already, and then I also got some more filled in on Kingdom Hearts, and this one is, I got it from Stitching Girl, I think, on Etsy. I don't know if it's still available. I got it for as a gift, and that's the picture. So I am down here in the bottom, heading towards Riku, where his medallion will be. So, which is super fun. It's nice to have all the black done, but at the same time, it's a little crazy. So, and I just found right there. You stay right there. Rogue needles, so much fun. At least it had stuff attached to it. So this is going away for until later this month. Okay. Until the chaos of Maycember is over. All right, and Guardian I showed already. And then Alice, I worked on her. This is Alice by Mirabilia. And I got 500 stitches on her. Move the Q-snap down. There's some ribbon right here that I've actually already finished. So I'm going to finish this side and then move over to this side. And then I'll put her on the scroll rods and we will start beading. So lots of fun. Oh, there's a cat right there. I was like, I knew there was another cat in here. She's lurking. So that will get more love. And then let's go on to what May categories are going to be. So small is one of the categories, and I'm working on that right now. And I chose Mermaid Princess by Brooks Books. I don't know if you can get those anymore. I know her son was trying to get them available again. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But I'm doing this one on 40 count, 1/2 threads on Jellyfish Fields. This is by Bee Stitch Me. This is on Verdal. Oh, that looks so pretty. I love right here how it's like the swoosh. And I'm working on the sea foam right here in her train. And there's a fun little purple starfish that I'm excited to put in. And then there will be beads and stuff. I got some Delica beads for that. So, and then seasonal, I'm going to use Rudolph. This is my Christmas Eve Couriers. Vicky from Reading and Stitching actually just finished hers. He's very handsome, so we'll see where 500 stitches gets us on him. So he's almost done. He's getting close. So, and I'll do the beading very, very last because I have them all on one thing. So we're just moving. Got to do his top half. So that'll be fun to do. Then we can move on to the next reindeer. Okay, and then Fancy Ladies. I'm doing Mad Tea Party. She's not in that one. In here. Yep, she's in here. Okay, this is Mad Tea Party by Bella Filipina. And oh my goodness, so Heather from Logan finished her and had Jill Rensel do this amazing matting on her. I took a pic. Oh, did I take a picture? I think I took a picture. Hang on. One moment, please. Because she was just gorgeous. Yes, I did take a picture. That is what Jill and Amber did with the matting. It was so pretty. So I'm like, I'm going to finish her and take her and say, I want this exactly done like this. Please and thank you. And she actually is on a fabric that will fit with it too. So. And I'm really excited to get back to this one. She's such a fun piece. So, and I have Belle, and I want to finish Belle. So, that's where we're at on Mad Tea Party. So that will be fun to work on. I'm excited. And then the other half of this is going to go for my Snow White. And then, yeah. I think he calls it the Poison Apple. But yeah, so we'll work on that one. And then Older Than 2 Years is the Guardian, so I'm going to be using that one. And then Haswords, I'm going to use Books Are Magic, which I think is right here. And this is by Counting Puddles Designs. Oh, no, wrong one. This is my mermaid. Books Are Magic is in something like, oh, it's this one, my steampunk one. And this is, like I said, by Counting Puddles. And it says Books Are Magic. So there's my words. And this one I bought, I believe, and I started it with Ray and a whole bunch of other people at a Stitch West. I bought the fabric and I bought the pattern at Crazy Woman, the last Crazy Woman I went to. And it's sad that she's not doing it anymore, but I get it. So that's where we're at. Just working on the books and the things down here. And I think what I'm going to do on it is all of the French knots I'm going to do beads. So yeah, I'm just working on the pages right now. And then I'll be going into that other set of, this first set of books right here. But I really like all of the long stitching and stuff like that. I just don't like the French knots. So they will be beads. And that will be the very end. So yes. So that is my plans, what I'm going to be working on. And then of course, you know, working on my goal projects, my focus projects. So work on those. And this is done with with a Be Stitch Me silk conversion, which is really fun. Okay. And then we will move on to some haul I got. So I'm waiting for my market order from Miss Sammy. This is my Queen of Freedom bead pack that I got Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics. She did a Delica conversion. So that will go with my Queen of Freedom. So super excited about that one. And then I'm going to show you my haul and Stitch West stuff. So Stitch West was super fun. It was a couple weekends ago, and it was my mom and Holly went, and we were at a table, and then we also had Kristen and Katie and Kate, Kylie, and it was another C name, I think. Hang on one second. Oh shoot. Let me look. Hang on one second here. What was her name? Just trying to find her. Wasn't was it Kathy? No, not Kathy. Cindy. Cindy. I was like, I knew it was a C. Yes, and Cindy. I was like, wait a second. And Kristen and Katie are local too, and then everybody else was from, I know Kylie was from North Carolina, Cindy was from California, Oregon area, and then Kate was from Washington State. So I got some table gifts, and this is what I think, I can't remember if this was from Kristen or Kate, I can't remember. And then this was from Cindy, and there's a threader, and she also has a beading needle and little micro scissors. So much fun there. And my husband 3D printed these for us. And then where's my other table stuff? Oh, and this is from Kylie. It says, "You're kind of a big deal." It's a needle minder. It's really cute. A little dill pickle. And then this one was from Kristen, from Kate and Kristen. And it was like, there's some gum and a scissor fob, which is super cute. I love the colors. And then a cute little notebook. And it says, oh, it's a cross-stitch journal. That's fun. So yeah, that's super awesome. And yeah, so that was in there. And then one of the gifts, where's Holly's? Trying to find what Holly gave us. Holly did stickers. So we had lots of snarky stickers. They were great. I'm trying to find the other thing. I will come across it. So, yes. So, and then one of the gifts from Stitch West from Deb and Kath, when you checked in, you got this really cool holder for you can use your laptop because it's got the extra stand, the extra wings on it, or for just your pattern. And I'm gonna put that on my cat because she's right underneath. And then these fun, gorgeous dinky die scissors with a fun little tassel. And then the holder that it's in is magnetic, so it keeps your scissors in, so you can't lose your scissors. So unless you like really pull them. So that was really nice and very handy because it just sticks on there. And so that's from table gifts and all of that fun stuff. And then shopping wise, Valerie at Live and Die LA always had these fun little things. So Holly and I went a couple times and like we had, so they've got some floss in that guy. And then in this guy, there was some more really pretty floss. And then in this guy, I think it was some stickers. Yes. So one says hello, one says craft hole, and one says life's a stitch and then you die. So lots of fun. Little snarky things sometimes. Somebody is here at our house. And then I went shopping. Let's see here. That was second. Okay, so first I got this amazing bag. Hello. And this is from Rusty Hinge Stitchery, Melissa Coons. So super pretty. And then I love the inside with the polka dots, but look at the little kitty cats. And then I got some fabric from Val. Oh, there's two of them. I was like, wait a second. One is Valerie's and then the other is Lap and Loops. So this one is Iridescence and this is called Melania and it's a 36 even weave. So I thought I'd give that a try and it's really pretty. So, and then this is Lap and Loops and this is Medusa's Gay. Oh no, I got two of them. This is Tea Earl Grey Hot. And then this one is Medusa's Gaze. Both of these are from Lap and Loops, and she is awesome. Like, we sat there and geeked out and talked about, like, her fabulous names of her pieces, and yes. And then got this one from Millennium Fabrics, and it's the Platitudes from Fox and Rabbit. The first one, we were just kind of like, eh, but it's the second one that we really liked, and it says, emotionally attached to fictional characters. And then the other one is, please don't bother me, I have enough on my plate. So that was kind of fun. And then I also got, and it was funny because they were just sitting there, kind of like this, and I wasn't going to get that, but when they were all sitting together, I had to get it. So this is Summer Shoal by Bendy Stitchy Designs. And then this is the floss pack, the Beneath the Waves floss pack that goes with it. So that'll be really fun to stitch. Ooh, I could stitch that on, that's possibilities here. So put that away. And then let's see here. Also on my first day, you know, you go and you wander and, oh, that's, I'm like, why do I have that? Because it was returned to me. Okay, and oh yeah, and this was another, well, that was our gift. Okay. Do I have everything? Oh, there they are. It was like I'm missing something. Okay. So from Val at Live and Die LA, I got the Patriotic Quaker. And then I'm just going to use a white that I have. And this is, what is that called? One is Naughty, or Vixen, I'm sorry, and the other one is Knights of Azure. So I thought those would be really pretty. Maybe stitch that on that Iridescence or on the Earl Grey. Either one. Or actually, I'm going to stitch it on one of these. And then this is Betsy Ross. Woo, right there. And this is Ada 14 count. So maybe I'll do the Quaker on that. That'd be cute. Or I've also got this Faded Glory, and this is the Retreat exclusive. And that turned out really pretty too. So, and that is a 28 count Lugana. Really pretty. Love Val's Fabrics. That's Live and Die LA. And then was across the street at Shepherd's Bush, and they had a little freebie. They have 2 freebies. Oh, I got this cute little guy. So I got this little guy. It says Land That I Love. It's called Holiday Flare. It's Bent Creek. He's just so cute. And I probably use the Vixen and the Knights of Azure on him too. And then this is Scrappy Stars from October House was a freebie. So I thought those were cute. I'll just put that in my freebie thing. So that was fun to do. And then the other thing, so Summer House Stitchworks was our designer. And this is the Retreat exclusive. It's really pretty. And it is Daisy Hill. And so there's puppies. And she lived on a place called Daisy Hill. And if you follow like the Peanuts, Snoopy was from the Daisy Hill Puppy Farm. So yeah, so kind of cute. I have friends that are going to change these to cats. They're golden retrievers. And she has, Beth from Summer House Stitchworks has a golden retriever. So yeah, super fun. She showed us the finishing, and then we've got all of the stuff to do it, except for the fabric. So, yep, super fun. But yeah, that's me. We're winding up on dance and school and all of that fun stuff. It's Maycember. It's just the way it is. Life is crazy. So, but yeah, that's how it goes. And hopefully I'll get back to you in June. It'll probably be after Girls' Day because that is the first week of June. And then life will be a lot calmer after that. So hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great month. Thank you so very much for sticking with me and coming back and watching, even though I'm very sporadic. So I appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you later.